Hello, guys and gals, and welcome. So today we're going to be going over another one of the systems in the, I don't know, what do you call it, the expansion, the new season. There are some systems that are tied only to the expansion, and there's some systems that are tied to the new season as well as the expansion. The one we're going to be talking about today is called the Undercity. The Undercity is a very special time attack game mode, and I've actually been having a lot of fun with the Undercity. Um, One thing that I need to talk about before we get into the Undercity, there is a priority quest that you have to do before you start doing the Undercity. I don't know why they let you into the Undercity before you do this priority quest, but it has to do with a guy named Sheik, Shiek, I believe is his name. Sheik has an entire priority quest that you have to do before they start allowing you to get access to the main material that you actually use for the Undercity, which is the tributes. If you do not have access to the tributes, if you can't actually get them, then when you go into the Undercity, you just really don't get any reward because you have to put the tributes into the tribute thing, including the optional bargain, to really get like a good reward. I've run a couple without the tributes, and you trust me, you really don't want to run any without the tributes because the tributes are going to make the drops and the rewards so much better. You don't really get a lot of gear or anything inside of the dungeons when you're not running a tribute or a bargain. In fact, at the end, like when I ran a couple, I think I got like one iron nugget, like one leather, and then I got like two veiled crystals and like a slap on the back and said, "Hey, good job." And I was like, "Oh, well, this was totally not worth it." Now, the tributes themselves come in a variety of forms. They come in magical, they come in rare, they come in legendary, and they also come in unique. Which the unique ones are pretty crazy. They all have various effects, which are going to allow you to change the way that the system works. And I do have some screenshots of all the tributes, and I'll bring them up real quick. Now, the dungeon itself, which we're actually going to run one today for the video, is essentially a time attack dungeon that you have to find the monsters that are going to increase your time so that you don't obviously lose access to the dungeon. If your timer runs out for whatever reason, you do lose access, and losing access will make it so that you just get booted out. These are the tributes right here. So there is the tribute of growth, which is the kind of like the magical one, and they all have various effects as well as penalties. As you can see here, starting time 100 seconds, time bonus penalty negative 15%, potion drop penalty negative 20, all the way up to the unique one, which the unique one has a time penalty of 50%, and potion drop penalty of 50%. But there are specific rewards for having these active. So, for instance, if you use the unique one, you can see here it says rewards upgrades ascendant uniques. So you're more likely to get the like ancestral form of uniques when you're doing this. Leon actually got a mythic from one of these, so that was pretty neat. The tribute of radiance. This is the legendary tributes. As you can see, they have specific effects. This one rewards ancestral legendaries. We also have some of these like the Tribute of Harmony. There's multiple different ones, by the way, but this one is runes. So this one will reward you with runes. And then we finally have one that's just experience. Now, I currently have access to some rare ones. I've got the runes ones, masterworking materials, and summoning item rewards. And these come in really handy for trying to get specific pieces of equipment or trying to get specific items. For this one in particular, we could put on a runes one. I like doing the runes one because I like getting access to the runes because there's lots of fun rune combinations that you could do to increase your characters. And then you also have a bargain. Now, the bargain is pretty specific and is going to get you a very poignant things. Like for instance, let's say for instance you're like me and you're utilizing say something like the aspect of simple reprisal, which summons payback, right? Maybe you want to summon more paybacks. You want a better version. Well, that's going to be an offensive aspect, and offensive aspects are right there. So offensive legendaries. So if we sacrifice 10 baleful fragments, we can have better luck at getting offensive legendaries. Or maybe we want to get a better, reactive armor aspect like we have on our pants. Well, in that case, you'd want defensive legendaries, which is sacrificing the coiling wards, and so forth and so on. There's a lot of various ways that you can customize the drops, and there's actually even more. So you can have it so that like amulets will always drop with a passive effect, and so forth and so on. It's actually pretty neat. For this one in particular, let's do a offensive, because I am interested in trying to get a better simple reprisal aspect. And as you can see now, we have our tribute in, which is going to give us runes, and we have our bargain in, which we're going to go for the offensive aspects, and we're going to open the portal. When you open the portal, it doesn't automatically send you in. It just gives you a portal right here to the Kurast Undercity. And once you go inside, you're actually pretty comfy cozy in there. You don't have to worry about going fast or anything. You don't have to worry about doing anything right off the bat. You are inside of a special force field, and the special force field does not cause the timer to go down. So since we're in here and we have an infinite amount of time, let's talk about the timer. So right now you see it says floor 1 out of 3. Floor 1 of 3 means that there are 3 floors to this, and we also have a timer of 75 seconds, which as soon as we leave the barrier, will start going down. There is the Kurast Undercity right here, and you see this big giant bar here with tiers 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the reward ranks. So when you kill monsters and you do events within the zone, you will fill this up, and as you fill this up, if you fill it up to at least rank 1, and you kill the last boss, you will get access to rank 1 rewards. The goal, of course, is to get it completely full, and also keep your timer up in the process. Now let's take a look at the map for a second, and we'll look at some of the things that are on the map. So first off is the portal. So you can go to this portal at any time. This is the main portal that is going to take you to the next floor. Upon going to the next floor, you do get 30 seconds of free time, and there's also going to be another area where you can stand in and rest and recuperate, maybe pop some potions and things like that before you get started. And you know, if they ran out. There are also these individual events here. So as you can see, there's event. They're like pillars. These do not give you time. They give you this reward. You notice this little icon right here with the little glowing ball with the little wispy things shooting upward and entwining on themselves. That is the same symbol that you see next to these things. So these are going to give you the ranking, essentially. Now, as you're running around the area, you will find monsters that have an hourglass around their name. And I do not see any right now, unfortunately, within my area. And we managed to get it started here, so let's just go. So when we're running around, we're going to be looking for these monsters that have access to give us additional time. And they're going to be very apparent on the mini-map. See, here's one right here. There's a bunch of them. So we're going to kill these guys to get our extra time. And when you kill them, it'll be very clear that you get extra time because it pops up and it says 23 seconds. And notice now our time has increased. So you're going to be targeting these specific monsters to try and get yourself additional time. And there are also events like this that are also based on additional time. So this is a little statue, and you have to fulfill the goal of the statue, and then once you kill it, you get some extra time there too. Every single monster you kill is going to add to your total amount of reward. Once you reach tier 4 on the reward, you don't really have to do anything else. You can just rush yourself to the end if you want to. You may notice that none of the monsters here are dropping any items, so killing the monsters here doesn't really have much purpose other than maybe giving you experience points. And speaking of potions, I forgot to pop some potions for myself. So let's go ahead and pop some potions for me. Let's grab ooh, you know what? Let's do boss summoning mats, and then we'll grab a critical strike potion. So we've got 53 seconds. Let's just keep on going. We're gonna try and get as much time as we can here. I'll focus on the time monsters specifically. And we got 2 more time monsters over here, so let's grab both of these. And we're gonna go do this event right here, so we can get ourselves some extra rewards. Not ready. And then we've got another event here. Now, if you start to run out of time for whatever reason, it will slowly and very annoyingly, let you know, hey, your time is starting to run low. And, like, for instance, right there, we've got egg time expiration is imminent. So I've done everything on here except for this other time thing. So let's go ahead and do this last time bonus.
Not ready.
There we go. And then we're just going to go through the portal. Now, one thing to note about these portals is that if you're doing this in a group, the portals do not activate unless you are all there. So you can't have one person rush ahead to the portal while the other people are behind. You have to all be there for the portal to activate. Just in case you were wondering about trying to like rush forward as quickly as you can. Now in this particular case, I'm starting to run out of time, so we're going to try and go as fast as we can here. Let's go ahead and bypass most of these monsters that are not time variants. And let's focus on the time variants themselves. So we're going to just do a little bit of focusing here. Let's come over here and let's grab these two time monsters too. I actually have a lot of fun with these. There's like a strategy to it, going the correct directions, making sure you're killing the time monsters, getting all the events done. I actually rather enjoy it. And we got a couple defensive monsters here that are making our time lives miserable.
More time.
Alright, we got an event right here. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, we got a big boy. Nice. These guys give a lot more time than the others. These are the Greater Afflicted. But they usually give like 30 seconds almost. So yeah, that was like 23 seconds for that guy. Not bad at all. Certainly not upset about that. We've got a whole lot of little small time guys here. So these little small ones are only worth like 1 second, but there's a lot of them. And it's definitely worth your time to just run by and just, you know, press one button basically and like murder all of them. You see we're currently at 56 seconds, so we're not doing too bad. Let's get these two time attack monsters here. Let's go ahead and press this spirit attunement so we get this thing running.
Not ready.
This is my basic skill character. It's quad basics. I'm using 4 basic skills. It's basically just the way that this character works. There we go. So we collected that. Let's keep on moving. Lesser Afflicteds out of the way. Let's go ahead and just run past these guys. Honestly, you want to keep your timer up as much as possible, and sometimes stopping to kill every single monster in the dungeon is just not the right play. Also, it's kind of important to make sure you click on the like the spirit things before you start working on the timer guys, so that you have all the monsters. Especially if you're an AoE character, like if you have lots of AoE damage. Now this one right here is the Greater Spirit Beacon, and the Greater Spirit Beacon usually has a lot of stuff in it. There's no time in these though, so doing these is up to you, and you can at any time decide to avoid these if you want to. Like if you're running out of time and you just need to get through the portal as quickly as possible, you can just go through the portal instead. And let's see if we can do this. 18 seconds, oh no. Alright, I believe we completed it. Let's go through the portal. So now we're in floor 3, say floor 3 with 35 seconds. Now I'm currently at tier 2 on my reward, and I could just simply run to the end if I wanted to, getting as many of the time monsters as I can, or I could try and shoot for the, for the gold. If I get to the last portal, there's no timer on the boss. So this is kind of important. You don't necessarily have to have a large amount of time when you hit the last boss, because you're not under a time crunch when you're killing the boss. So yeah, keep that in mind. Let's just go ahead and let's go. Go, 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 go. We're gonna run past these two right here. We got 2. Hold on. We got 2 afflicted there. Let's go ahead and spawn this since we got 2 afflicted. Let's get both of the lesser afflicteds. There we go. We got a little bit of extra time. And we managed to do the event. Alright, let's go ahead and spawn this, and let's see if we can pull these bigger afflicteds into the room. This guy gives like 23 seconds, so he's definitely worth it. There we go. And then we got some of the babies in there too. Let's see if we can finish this off real quick while we're at it. There we go. Run, 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 run. Run fast for your mama, fast for your daddy. Let's get these lesser afflicteds out of the way. Get us some extra time. Oh, there's 2 right here. Let's get these 2 as well. Any extra time that we can get here is obviously going to be great for us. We got 2 over here. Let's get these 2 too. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I'm totally not wearing a tutu, but get the 2, 2. Alright, 52 seconds. We're almost at rank 4. Let's carry on as quickly as we can to the last Spirit Brazier. And looks like we've got some time attack guys near the Spirit Brazier, so let's activate the Spirit Brazier and suck in the Herald of Affliction. Spore Keeper, Herald of Affliction. Looks like a mini boss. Alright, now at this point, we are almost at rank 4, so we definitely want to see if we can get that before we go to the boss. We've got 56 seconds of time left. Let's see how many more monsters we've got. Okay, there's a nice little pack. There we go. Oh, no, we're almost there. We're like so very close to rank 4. There we go. Now we're at rank 4. Alright, so we're going to take the last portal. That's going to bring us into the boss arena. Notice that the timer has now disappeared. And we are going to fight Yoche. I believe Yoche is the big giant golden snake monster. He also has a bunch of mechanics, so that should be fun.
Mr. Goody Two Shoes, Mr. Goody Two Shoes. Ginger Evil Mentor here. Why bother farming when you can go to MMOEXP.com and simply purchase your items in gold? GGM would have you farm the items. What a pathetic being. Use code GEM Ginger Evil Mentor for 6% off your entire purchase. And don't tell Ginger Gaming Mentor that I was here.
Alright, so this is the big giant snake monster.
I wonder, are your fangs as sharp as mine?
I don't think I've actually done the mechanics on this guy, because the first time I killed him, I just kind of annihilated him out of existence. But somebody was telling me his mechanics are absolutely stupid. So in the harder difficulties, I'm sure he's going to be much more of a pain in the butt than he was for me here. And with that, we have now finished. So let's check and see what rewards we got for our sacrifices. So we got several runes, we got a manual, and we got a quarterstaff. So we got Tab Chem Tun Lum, and we got a manual. I need all the manuals I can get. And we did get an offensive aspect. We got a Insatiable Woven Quarterstaff, 360%. Not what I was looking for specifically, but an aspect nonetheless. There's also a stash in here. They've been putting stashes inside like the boss rooms now, I guess, for people who are doing like multiple things. And that's pretty much it. That was a district run, and you can just go back to town with your ill-gotten gains. Sometimes the drops in here are really good, sometimes they're not. I really have had a lot of fun in the Undercity, and as a mechanic, as a form of thing that you can do just for fun. It's pretty cool. Getting access to the tributes, obviously, is very important, so make sure you do that priority quest. And on top of that, you can do it with friends. It's also kind of fun to do in a group as well. I'm not really sure about the rewards when you're in the group, though, so that is something that we're going to have to look at going forward. The main guy that you do for the quest, by the way, is usually right here up until certain points. My advice to you guys is always do these priority quests. There's a lot of priority quests that you're going to need to have access to. They give you access to specific things, and they're actually labeled as priority. They don't look like purple like this, but they look purpley/white. It's kind of hard to explain. And the purpley/white quests are marked as priority, and you're going to have to do most of those to get access to a lot of these different things. I think that's pretty much it for the masterworking, or sorry, the Undercity. I was really kind of impressed with the Undercity. I did like it a lot, and I think you guys are going to like it too. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals joining me for these videos, and keep watching.